Azlan Adnan, M.A. presents Smash Fish, top sources of omega-3, especially DHA. Friday, 21st of August, 2026. This is a practical guide to fatty fish rich in EPA and DHA, expanded with related high omega-3 species and common local names, with emphasis on Malaysian/Indonesian terms where relevant. The classic SMASH acronym highlights the most reliable oily fish for high levels of long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, EPA plus DHA. Values vary by species, wild versus farmed, season and preparation, but these groups consistently rank among the highest. Salmon, and related salmonids. Salmon are among the richest sources of DHA and EPA. Can we include trout? Yes. Trout belong to the same family, Salmonidae, and many species are excellent omega-3 sources, often comparable to or only slightly lower than salmon. Atlantic salmon, Salmo salar, farmed or wild. Pacific salmon, Chinook, king, Sockeye, red, Coho, silver, pink, chum. Rainbow trout, Oncorhynchus mycis, farmed or wild, very good DHA-EPA levels. Lake trout / other trout species. Related, Arctic char. Local / common notes, salmon is usually just called salmon or Ikan salmon in Malaysia, Singapore. Trout may appear as trout or Ikan trout. Mackerel. True mackerels and Spanish mackerels are outstanding omega-3 sources. Atlantic mackerel, Scomber scombrus. Chub / Pacific, Japanese mackerel, Scomber japonicus. Japanese saba, Masaba, Gomasaba. Indian mackerel / short mackerel, Rastrelliga canagurta and related Rastrelliga spp. Maina ikan kembong di ba ikan kembong? Spanish mackerels / seerfishes, Scomberomoris spp. Maint ikan tenggiri, e.g., tenggiri batang equals narrow-barred Spanish mackerel. Other. King mackerel, horse mackerel, some species, jack mackerel. These are all high in omega-3. Atlantic and Pacific / chub mackerel are especially noted for very high levels. Anchovy, small, oily fish with excellent EPA plus DHA density, especially when canned in oil. European anchovy, Engraulus encrasicolus. Various tropical species, Stollepharus, encrasicolina, etc. Local names. Ikan bilis, Malaysia, Singapore, usually refers to dried small anchovies.
Ikan teri, Indonesia.
Other regional names, bilis, pusu, bunga air, etc. Sardine. Another top-tier small oily fish, often one of the highest omega-3 densities per gram and very affordable. Atlantic sardine / European pilchard, Sardina pilchardus. Pacific sardine. Various sardinella species, common in tropical waters. Local names, Malaysia, Indonesia and nearby. Ikan tamban, general for many sardines / sardinellas.
Ikan sardin daba sardin.
Tambang, tamban sisik, tamban buluh, etc. Related, sprats and some small herrings are sometimes grouped or sold similarly. Herring. Very high in omega-3, often ranks near the top of lists. Atlantic herring, Clupea harengus. Pacific herring. Processed form. Kippers, smoked herring, retains high omega-3 levels and is a classic way to eat herring. Local notes. In Malaysia, Indonesia, true herring is less common. Related clupades may be called tamban, benkalis or similar names. What about cod, halibut and their liver oils? Cod and most halibut, Pacific and Atlantic, are lean white fish. Their flesh contains only modest amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, typically well under 200 to 500 milligrams of combined EPA plus DHA per 100 grams cooked, far below the levels found in the SMASH group: salmon, mackerel, anchovy, sardine, herring or trout. They are excellent sources of high-quality protein, selenium and B vitamins, but they should not be relied upon as primary dietary sources of DHA-EPA. Cod liver oil and halibut liver oil. Although the flesh of these fish is low in fat, their livers concentrate large amounts of oil that is rich in long-chain omega-3s, especially DHA and EPA, as well as the fat-soluble vitamins A and D. Cod liver oil, this is one of the classic, historically important concentrated sources of omega-3 fatty acids. A typical teaspoon, approximately equals 4.5 to 5 grams, of pure cod liver oil often provides roughly 300 to 500 plus mg of EPA, plus 400 to 600 plus mg of DHA, totals commonly around 0.8 to 1.2 grams or more of combined EPA plus DHA, depending on the product and season. It is also exceptionally high in vitamin A and vitamin D, often supplying a substantial portion or more of the daily recommended intake in a single teaspoon. Modern purified cod liver oil supplements remain widely available and are used both for omega-3 intake and as a traditional source of vitamins A and D. Halibut liver oil. Halibut liver oil is similarly rich in vitamins A and D, historically sometimes even higher in vitamin A potency than cod liver oil, and contains meaningful amounts of omega-3 fatty acids. It has been used in the past as a medicinal oil, though it is less commonly found as a commercial dietary supplement today compared with cod liver oil. Important caveats: because vitamins A and D are fat-soluble, they can accumulate in the body. Excessive intake of cod or halibut liver oil can lead to vitamin A or D toxicity. High-quality modern products are usually purified and standardized, but doses should still be kept within recommended limits, especially for children, pregnant people, or anyone already taking vitamin A/D supplements. Contaminant levels, e.g. heavy metals, are generally low in reputable purified oils, but quality varies by brand. Bottom line: eating the flesh of cod or ordinary halibut does not provide a rich source of omega-3s. However, their liver oils are concentrated traditional sources of EPA, DHA, vitamin A and vitamin D. For everyday omega-3, especially DHA intake from food, the SMASH fish plus trout remain far superior. Liver oils can serve as a useful supplemental option when whole oily fish are not practical, provided vitamin A and D intake is monitored. Practical tip: aim for 2 to 3 servings per week of the SMASH oily fish. Canned versions, sardines, anchovies, salmon, mackerel, are convenient, affordable, and retain most of their omega-3s, especially when packed in oil. Levels can vary, so variety within the SMASH group is ideal.
The author has placed this work in the public domain. It may be freely imported, exported, shared, distributed, edited, modified, or reformatted without explicit consent from the author. As a visually impaired person, the author asserts his rights under the Marrakesh Treaty to facilitate access to published works for persons who are blind, visually impaired, or otherwise print disabled. 2013, wipo.int.
Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to show your support.